Hey guys, it's me again. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for viewing. Hello, and thank you for viewing to all the new viewers. Welcome back to the original viewers. The subject of this video is Cyborg. Not the movie Cyborg, but the female MMA fighter Chris Cyborg. For those of you that know or don't know, I'll remind you, or I'll let you know now. Cyborg signed to have a fight in the UFC, an upcoming pay-per-view event that the UFC is going to be doing. And the reason I'm making this video is because I just don't understand the point of it. I don't understand why UFC is bothering with her, considering the fact that there are two divisions in the UFC for women. Women's bantamweight at 135 pounds and women's strawweight at 115 pounds. Now, Cyborg has outright said, a lot of people in her camp have said, she's not going to be able to make 135 pounds. She walks around in the 140 area, I believe, which, if memory serves, is featherweight. And so there is no featherweight women's division, so I don't understand the point in having Cyborg in the UFC, having her even under contract with her, or having a contract with her. I'm sorry. It makes no sense to me. Why do it? Because she's a name? She's not a name in the UFC. She might be a name outside the UFC. She might have been the first woman to beat Gina Carano, who basically disappeared off the face of the earth until she came back recently to start doing movies. Other than that, I shrug my shoulders at her because she's irrelevant, because she's not relevant in the UFC. She can't make weight. She walks around in the 140 area, which is featherweight. The UFC doesn't have a women's featherweight division. They've got bantamweight and they've got strawweight. So, like I said, what's the point in having her? For years, she called out Ronda, talking about, Ronda this, Ronda that. Everybody who wants to see this fight says the same thing. Ronda needs her for her legacy, to fight her. I mean, Ronda, she doesn't want to be on the beach one day, sipping a drink in retirement, and then wondering, what if? For all you people that say that, I got news for you. Ronda Rousey does not need Cyborg. Ronda Rousey doesn't need to fight Cyborg. Ronda Rousey's legacy is etched in stone like the 12 Commandments. Ronda Rousey her legacy is in stone like Excalibur during the King Arthur days. Okay, to all you Cyborg fans, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Ronda does not need Cyborg. Cyborg needs Ronda. Because everybody knows that the top two women in the UFC have always been and always will be Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate. Now you could bring in Holly Holm. Now you bring in your Kat Zingano's, your Jessica Ayes, so on and so forth in the women's bantamweight division. What is Cyborg needed for? Nothing. The UFC doesn't need her. They've got a lot of great fighters at women's bantamweight. When Ronda retires, because once, Ronda said a while back that she was going to retire by the time she was 29, and if memory serves, or 30, I forget which, if memory serves, that birthday is next year. So, like I said, there's no need for Ronda to fight Cyborg. Ronda doesn't need Cyborg. Cyborg needs Ronda because Cyborg is not a name in the UFC. She's barely relevant in MMA, period, in my opinion. Because, like I said, when you talk about women's MMA, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, Holly Holm, top three. Then you've got Kat Zingano, Jessica Ayes, and the list goes on and on. And then you've got the women of Invicta. And yes, Cyborg has beaten a lot of, if not a majority of the women in Invicta. But even with that, who are people talking about, folks? They're not talking about Cyborg. They're talking about the people that I just got done mentioning. They're talking about Miesha Tate becoming the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, defeating Holly Holm. They're talking about Miesha defending the title, coming up, and then talking about Ronda coming back and facing Miesha Tate or whoever has the title, if it's not her. So, like I said, I don't see the relevancy in Cyborg anymore, if at all. And I don't see the reason to have her in the UFC other than the fact that she was a name. But like I said, she's not even in the top 5, folks, in the UFC. So, UFC is just wasting time, wasting space on Cyborg. Leave your comments below in the comment section. I'll comment on everything, good, bad, ugly, don't matter to me. Thanks for watching. Keep watching, subscribe. I appreciate the support because I'm new at this YouTube thing. And as always, whatever time zone you're in, have a good day, night, evening, and be safe.